You know, guys, ladies, I just can't believe it. I really can't believe that it's been a month. 1 whole month. 4 weeks. That you guys have not had the chance, an opportunity to connect with your lovable host, Danny K, at SonicFlare. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a while, as I said. You know, we did a little bit of après-ski in the Mammoth Mountains with gobs of snow. I mean, there must have been probably 12 feet of snow. In fact, they haven't had that much snow in, I think it was like 10 years, which is remarkable. And then, of course, this little thing called COVID hit, and we were both under the weather. Both my wife and I were under the weather, unfortunately. But everything's fine. It's just that, you know, that all combined with, you know, going back to work after the holidays and all that, lots of stuff piled up, and, you know, I kind of had to get my groove back in, and it just, you know, it took a while for me to collect my cojones to come back online and do another video. But boy, do we have stuff planned for this year. It's going to be a great year. There's so much content that I've been working on that I have to put together and edit. But it's going to be a blast. You guys are going to have fun. There's going to be lots of cool new topics. I have wait, how much is this? What is this? 4 reviews lined up that are going to be awesome. And we're going to kick it off midweek with the very first one. So stay tuned, check in often, and check in frequently. But now, you know, I guess I was a good boy. Santa did bring a few records. What else would be new? And, you know, let me show you what I got. But first, a quick commercial break from Julius Meinl. I have to have the obligatory coffee. Gosh, this makes everything just so much better. So anyway, by the way, if you're new to this channel, thanks for tuning in. Great to see you. We cover music, high-end, hi-fi, all kinds of other things related to hi-fi. And, you know, thanks for coming in. So let's get started. First one up. This is actually a great record. Hiroshi Suzuki. I have actually not been familiar with him. Trombonist. Recorded this album called Cat in 76 when I was a ripe 5-year-old, if you can believe that. Actually lived in Vegas for the longest time, and great, you know, in all the tradition of great jazz albums and jazz recordings from Japan. Absolutely incredible recording. Ironically, of course, the poor bastard never got any recognition for this album when it first came out. And so I believe it was Columbia Japan, which owned the rights, released this in 2015. Go figure. Today the guy's 88, I believe. I just looked it up. So they released this in 2015, and you know, to great acclaim. And you know, he kind of had a late bloom. And then you know, this new record label called We Release Jazz, which I've become very, very fond of. I've got a bunch of their stuff. Grabbed the licensing rights and came out with this absolutely phenomenal recording. You know, like I said, it's classic Japanese jazz in the truest sense of the word. Highly recommend it. Check it out. Pressed at Optimal. You know, drums, Akira Ishikawa, whom I know from many, many other recordings. He's on there. And just a great record. So anyway, that's number one. Number two, Santa brought me an album that I've actually long looked for and wanted to get, but I you know, kind of keep forgetting about it. And that, of course, is the great Pink Floyd. A collection of great dance songs. Not much needs to be said about Pink Floyd. I mean, if you don't know at this point who Pink Floyd is, then can't really help you there. But This is sort of like the greatest hits compilation of the time. This came out in '87, and I mean, it just looks like it came out in '87 with the typography and the pictures and stuff. So anyway, great, done by Bernie Grunman, and of course the great James Guthrie, and sounds phenomenal as you might expect, and just a great sort of, if you want to put on a Pink Floyd record and just kind of listen to a bunch of their stuff, this is the go-to. Absolutely fantastic. Next up, we have Bonobo. A great sort of electronic record. This is the double LP clear vinyl edition because I'm special, of course. Came with 4 art prints. Sounds really good. Well done. Here's just the art prints that are actually really cool to kind of look at. They've done a nice job with these. It's like $10 extra than the regular indie version, which came on some kind of marble vinyl. But this is the clear version, and it looks absolutely fantastic, and it sounds really good. Bonobo, if you're not familiar with them, they're sort of like not really like a Boards of Canada mix DJ. Just great sound. It kind of goes in from fast beats to slow beats. Just great stuff. Then I found one. This is something that I've been looking for the longest time. The great George Russell, Jazz in the Space Age. I hope I didn't show this already. Well, I don't know. I don't remember. I got this just before Christmas, I think. Been looking for it for the longest time. No, I did not pay 89 cents for this. This is the original first press stereo. And let me tell you, man, so Bill Evans is on a piano. And just a smashing record. I mean, as you might expect from the title, Jazz in the Space Age, it's got all the typical 60s, early 60s space sort of infused themes. Just a phenomenal record. There is a twofer that you can get that is out, that's available for $15-20 if you look. There's another album from New York that he recorded. So, good stuff. Now, this is an interesting one, and I really came by this by accident through the great Wes Cotier at Common Wave Hi-Fi here in Los Angeles. This is Prince, One Night Alone. Now, what's interesting about this record is that it's basically just him and piano, so it's very low-key, down-tempo. And this was only available as I think it was like there's a British music publication that had this out on CD, I don't know, 20 years ago, maybe 20 years ago. And it was really, unless you were a subscriber to that magazine, you did not get this. And so, unobtainium for the longest time. Now and then they pop up on sale. You can get the CD. But this is the first time it came out on purple vinyl, and it's fantastic. I mean, it's really a great recording, and I've heard it at quite a few hi-fi shows back in the day on CD when it came out, so good to see that this came out on vinyl. Next up, we have the great Willie Nelson. This is, of course, his very first record. I mean, check out how, seriously, like, if I didn't tell you this was Willie Nelson, would you believe me if I told you this is Willie Nelson? It looks nothing like what he looks like today, right? So, gatefold, beautifully done. Of course, by the great Chad Cassim and his team at Analog Productions. This is in the light of the great Tennessee Ernie Ford, the Dean Martin, and a bunch of others that came out that have sort of that minimalist arrangement setup. Double 45, you gotta get this. I mean, this is, you first of all, if you're not familiar with what Willie Nelson sounded like back in the day when he was really mostly a songwriter for others, you're gonna be shocked that this is Willie Nelson. And second of all, the compositions and the themes around here are just fantastic. I mean, it's just awesome. And sound quality is just unbelievable. And then we have Live at the Blues Alley. This is, of course, the great Eva Cassidy. So this came out, this is the 25th anniversary edition. This was recorded just, I think, 3 months before she unfortunately passed away from cancer. in June of '96. If you don't have the original vinyl, which is still available on 4 LPs, let me, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 LPs. I'm horrible with my finger coordination. Then, well, you should get that because it contains, I think, 31 tracks, which is the entire concert. This only has like 12 or 14 tracks. So, you know, supposedly this is remastered. Well, not supposedly. They say it's remastered. It sounds really good. I mean, the original already sounded so awesome. And after I did the video, which was among the first videos that I did, so there was a 45 RPM box set on, I think it was 8 records. And then there was the 4 record, 33 RPM double gatefold. And I think the 8 LP 45 is sold out. I'm sure you can find it on eBay or Discogs, but the 4 LP is still available. So I would recommend, I don't know, I mean, I guess if you've never heard of Eva Cassidy, get this. If you like and love Eva Cassidy, get this anyway. And also get the 4 LP version. Just phenomenal, great recording, beautiful music. I mean, she was just such a great singer-songwriter and performer, and it's a shame she passed away so soon. The penultimate record, Annette Asquith, Liberty. Signed. You can actually order this signed, and she will personally sign it for you, which is really cool, for an extra, I think, $5 or so. So, or maybe it wasn't even extra. I don't know. I forgot. Go to her website. I'll link on down below. Beautiful, sort of melancholy, just great recording. She's got such an awesome voice. Very incredibly spacious, very soft, very soft-spoken, very beautiful, sort of like angelic, if you were to ask me, frankly, Roger, what I thought about it, George. So, great 45 RPM, pressed at Palace, sounds absolutely amazing. The pressing is dead quiet. Highly recommend Annette Asquith. She's got 2 records out, well, 2 albums. This is the only one that's out on vinyl. Hopefully she'll release the other one on vinyl as well, but fantastic, must have. And then, La Bombe Surprise, La Coup de Gras. This is one that I've been actually waiting for quite a while, and this came just after Christmas, because I guess they ran into delays, because Adele had to put out her double album and shut pressing plants all over the world down. Just kidding. We like Adele. The new album's okay, but anyway. And that is, of course, haha, you're gonna love this, because you guys know that I'm a fan of Ennio Morricone. This is the anthology set box of all of his Western-themed records. Absolutely fantastic. I hate using the word spaghetti Western because it just sounds like these movies are garbage and spineless linguinis, which they are not. They're fantastic. They were the launch career for so many great actors. You know, obviously, most famously, Clint Eastwood, Lee Van Cleef, Eli Wallach. I mean, just so many. What's his name? Terence. Gosh, what's his name? Terence. Not Terence Thomas. Anyway. I'm not good with names today. I don't know what it is. But yeah, 10, or excuse me, what is it? Yeah, 10 records. All of the hits. Fantastic. And they're all on blue vinyl. Pressing quality is okay. I mean, I won't lie. It's not that expensive a box set. But, I mean, frankly, you know, look, for someone like me who loves Ennio, it's a must-have. You know... Take a listen to it. It's available on YouTube to check it out in various disguises. If you just search for the movies individually, you'll see the soundtracks. You know, could they have done more? Yeah, I think they could have done a little more. I mean, this is, you know, there's no booklet. There's no, you know, information, no details, nothing, right? Is this even are these the original? I mean, they are the original recordings because you can hear it. But... you know, who did the mastering? Where did it come from? You know, they could have done a little more, frankly. But hey, you know, what are you going to do? Like I said, it's not that expensive. and a must-have. And that, my dear friends and ladies, is the conclusion of today's show. So, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys soon on the flip side. Like I said, tune in midweek. This week, the week of February 1, and you'll see the first review of 2022. With that, peace, love, and hair grease. Ciao.